edition LLC Crystal Edge Technology screens and FLE-VT. Now keep in mind, every time we mention something about gray screens, we do get some people who get a little too passionate about it and they start screaming and ranting and crying and everything else under the sun just about. And again, we just have to make this clear. This is not about you. Please keep it human, or whatever you want to call it. We do have people go a little too far with it. They get there crying and whining. It is what it is. The gray screen has it doesn't do it all. All right. So the thing the gray screen can't read, it can't read contrast, and it has poor color balance. On top of that, it is not ambient light rejection. And if they tell you, okay, it's not ambient light rejection, but it can work like ambient light rejection, no, that's not true. It's either one or the other. Either it's ambient light or it's not ambient light. We're in early today because I got packages going out today. I got about 4 gallons going out today out the door for my customers, and I got stuff I have to do on the website and a whole lot of other stuff that has to be done. But as I said before, put that in there real quick. Excuse me. Put that in there real quick because we do have some people who get a little passionate. They get upset and they get bitter because they're they make gray screen paints. And again, I can't explain this enough. You can't make things up. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You can't make a claim. And you go to any form site. I don't see them in form sites because in form sites they get brutal. They'll tell them the truth and they don't like hearing the truth. Either you have ambient light rejection or you don't. That's how that works. So you can't say I don't have ambient light rejection, but my screens are ambient light rejection. Can't do that because again, that's just covering your butt if you basically your screens wash out in someone's home. And for what I've seen so far, now I'm speaking about an individual. I have seen a customer's screen wash out on a 4K projector, and that screen absolutely was not ambient light rejection. So the projector we're using here is the PP, I think 7.1 Magsonic projector that has a 1000:1 contrast. That's basically about it. The screen you're seeing right now is coated with our Alpha Black Cinemax. Alpha Cinemax Black. Get that mixed up. And as you can see, the image looks absolutely incredible, as it should, because again, this is our black technology. It has a heightener capability. It allows the black surface, our black coating, to be able to pick up an amazing image. As you can see, we have perfect color balance. We can actually go against, as again, high grade physical certified screens. Again, which is for some of our customers who are going to can't spend the money for a $3,000 and $4,000, $5,000 screen, we can change their mind. So where does the gray screen? What does the gray screen do for you? Absolutely nothing. It's a bit of a better upgrade than a white screen. I can't say that, but to tell you the truth, it still has. It doesn't do what it's designed to do. 100% contrast, it's not even going to happen. And I find it interesting how we get people who get very upset over this because we're telling the truth. Please, anybody who makes a gray screen paint, please show me a demonstration. And 100% Infinity 1 contrast level. Not in the dark. Stop doing that, please. That's just so embarrassing. Do it in a fully lit environment. Because you're saying, hey, we can pick any Infinity 1, but we have to be in a dark environment. And Infinity 1s can be picked up in fully lit environments, commercial environments, with no problem whatsoever. Now, if your contrast goes, your color goes along with it. That's what happens. There's a domino effect that triggers off. So, if you're, not under the table, please, those wires are not for you. Thank you. Anyway, cat messing with the wires on the table. As I said before, it's a domino effect. So basically, if color goes, contrast goes, you can pick up your white levels, but if you make a claim that your white levels are coming up pure, that's a lie. Because again, only white screens have that capability. So, as you've seen here, this is our technology. We don't need to have a giant screen. It's just simple and basic. We don't need to have an expensive projector. It's basic. That's it. Can't get it to pick up at 50 lumens in a fully lit environment. If you see my desk is quite bright because the commercial lighting we have in here in the garage is sitting over top my desk. That's why it's so bright. So I had some people say, well, your projector is sitting too close. I can take a 4,000, 5,000 lumen projector and drop it 3 feet from a screen, and it still can't read on a white and gray screen. We've done a demonstration already. It's been done. All right, so what we have here is the apple bottom. Again, those who have cheated in this test, you have to do that over again because, again, we need to see. Anytime someone's doing a demonstration against a product that they're trying to back their product against, containers must be sealed. Very important because this basically cuts down on someone opening up a container and dropping something into it to try to tamper with the product. We know that product doesn't come up that dark because we use it. We buy it for testing. So this right here is the apple barrel. My speakers are right underneath of it. There we go. This is the apple barrel right here, paint. And as you can see, it basically washes out. Another thing too, if you notice, next failure you'll have in a gray screen, cinema. So the cinema bars at the bottom of the screen are supposed to be 100% black. They always have been. They have never been gray. They've never been white. They've always been black. So if your cinema bars are coming up gray, that means your screen's not reading black. And that's important. Oops, me bumping the stand because we got giant legs sticking out from the stand. I got a new stand coming in, something that's attached to the desk. So I'm like this thing tripping over it and breaking my neck on it. But as you can see, no, it doesn't turn our technology dark. My projector is 50 lumens. That's it. And it can read with no problem whatsoever. Now, those of you who call yourself claiming to have black products, at the end of the day, I've seen your specifications. You read at 22 or 2000. Yeah, that's a safety point. We call it a safety mark. That's like saying that, okay, our screens can only read at 50,000 lumens, the minimum. That's a safety mark because you know it's going to read at 50,000 lumens. Come on, please. You can get notebook paper or anything. You want to get black paper to read at 50,000 lumens. So, no, that's an issue right there. And on top of that, that gets costly. Now, with the other screen, a black screen, a true black screen, should pick up at 50 in a fully lit environment with full test attached to it. If you can't read at that means your screen paint's not, it doesn't pick up white light all that well. It comes up too dark. So that's why I'm looking at specification sheets and I see something like 2,000 lumens, 3,000 lumens. You just told me that your screen can't register white light and you require a more stronger lumen count in order to get the screen to produce. Now, we were accused of that many times by people saying, oh, they're using 4,000, 5,000. Have you seen my collection of projectors? It's quite huge. So I have everything down to 22, 3,000. We got 600. We did 800. They're right on the site. You can pull them up. We tested just about everything. And Old Faithful is 1,000 lumens. We use her all the time. As a matter of fact, she was used the entire time for the Imperial gunmetal. It's the only projector we used, inside and outside. So if you can't read at 1,000 to 50, 50 to 1,000, it lets us know that your screen can't read white light. That's the information you just gave to me. Now you see how that pickup right there? See how beautiful the image looks? See how much you're missing? The gray screen can't produce even at 50 lumens. And it should be, because it's a much lighter screen. It should be registered quite well. Let's go over here and let's get a Starfield screensaver. Now this projector has a 1000 to 1 contrast. Is this going to read on your gray screen? Can your gray screen read a basic 1000 to 1 contrast? It's nothing. So if you mean if you can't pick up a 1000 to 1 and you have to spend money for more money. Sorry, I get that mixed up. You have to spend more money to get a higher contrast. That's what's going to happen, and it's going to cost you money. So if someone says you're saving money with a gray screen, no, heck no. Look at their demonstration. How much did they spend for their machine at the end of the day? If they had to spend that kind of money to try to get some kind of contrast, and mind, they can't hit the Infinity One, but they still got to spend a lot of money. That's where you're going to be at. You're going to spend a lot more money. So if 1,000 to 1 can't pick up, it means you're going to pay more money. Let's see what we get. So guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to definitely have to darken your environment because you can't work in here in this environment. It won't function correctly. So you're going to have to darken your environment, number one. So again, say goodbye to your living room or wherever else you're going to have that screen sitting in, especially with ultra short throw projector. It's not going to run. And you're going to spend more money for a projector with higher contrast capabilities, and this is going to cost you a lot of money. Now, if anyone out there sits up there and says, I don't care who it is in the day, says a gray screen reads 100%, no, you are a liar. If you're doing demonstrations where you're basically saying your product is not ambient light projection, but trying to do demonstrations as if it is, you're misleading your customers and you also are a liar. And keep in mind, to our standards, the environments we've seen, these are not ambient light. They're not anywhere near ambient light environments. They're controlled environments. All right, let's go over here. Put a little basic nebulon. So as you can see, our screen picks up its perfect color balance. It has to pick up an extremely high white level, because if it couldn't, then it couldn't read any color. I love it when people say, oh, but it has to pick up a high white level. The white level has to be super high. First things first, you understand what you talk about when you say white levels. Do you understand? Because, again, unless you're looking at a solid white screen, then you could say, okay, we can do a difference in white level. But you know darn well, if you look at a white level, even if it's snow, even if it's something where it's a forest, wherever it is, you're going to have black contrast in there. Always you're going to have black contrast in the demonstration. You're watching a movie, it involves a fight scene or something in the snow, there's going to be black in there. So are you registering a 100% black level as that white level is pushing off? Gray screens can't do that. Gray screens pick up a really high white level, but their contrast and colors are low. And on top of that, for someone said they're fantastic and dedicated, no. A gray and white screen is the worst thing you'll stick in a dedicated theater room. Why? The splash effect. Which means when your projector nails the screen, I don't care how dark your walls are in that environment, you're going to reflect light on the ceiling, the floors, the walls, everywhere. We did a demonstration involving Mr. Mannequin. We did a dark environment. We did a dedicated theater room. We did one where we brought the screen up, we brought it down in dark environments, and you can see where actually gray screens splatter everywhere. They splatter on the walls, everywhere. Even white screens do it. They don't absorb light. Heck, even Screen Innovation showed that one in a demonstration. They can't absorb light. So if in a dedicated theater room, you're going to have all that light pushing right back on you, including splashing over your walls and ceilings. Are gray screens used very good for 235.1? Absolutely no. Because the reason why is because you will never be able to achieve the edgeless border. Okay, so basically, if say you have a 16:9 screen and you want to watch a movie in 235.1 settings, like you have a ViewSonic has multiple settings for aspect ratio. So the problem you have with that is the fact that when those bars pop up, you're going to see two bars pop up at the bottom. Actually, two bars. You have your black, which is your original border, which you have on your screen, and then you have the gray bar at the bottom, because it can't be black because your screen is going to do a 235.1 setting, which means even if your screen is roughly 4 feet by 7 feet, you're going to be somewhere in the range of probably 2 feet by 7 feet, a little bit longer, and you're going to show this little gray bar patch at the bottom. So what they do is for Silver Ticket, how they fix that problem, they give you a curtain. So you literally have to put a curtain to stretch from one end to the next to cover up the gray that's going to push, or white that's going to push through your screen, because you don't have an all black technology. All black technology, basically, you can paint a wall you can paint the entire wall, and you can basically show any border, not any border, but any kind of aspect ratio projection you want, and it will match because the screens are completely borderless. Gray and white screens require borders. If they say they're borderless, no. They require borders. They have to have them. Let's do a color pattern. There we go. See? They can't read color. At 50 lumens, they can't read color. I have more projectors than most people who do test demonstrations on their products. And, well, actually all of them. They don't carry as many projectors as we do. And we tested everything from 50 all the way up to 5,000. It will not read on a gray and white screen correctly. This is why you're told to calibrate. We don't calibrate over here. Somebody tried to say that calibrating was us going in our projector and changing settings. The only thing we change in settings is keystone and lens shift. That's all we have to do. I've done demonstrations where I've taken projectors right out of the box, right from eBay. Don't touch any of the settings. We touch keystone, because they always have the keystone, or we have to go in and we have to change it because sometimes the projectors are attached to the ceiling and we have to switch it around. That's basically about it. Dozens of demonstrations like that. Did a test right there on the screen, fully lit environment, no problem whatsoever. We don't calibrate. That's adjustments. When you go into your projector, it's called adjustment. It's not calibrating. If that was the case, they wouldn't sell software for calibrating your projector. It'd be that easy. Who would make software for something you can go into a projector and adjust it through settings? So as you can see, at 50 lumens, 720p, 1000-to-1 contrast, the gray screen is not reading correctly. No $4,000 projector, no $3,000 projector, no 2 million to 1, no 20,000 to 1, no 10,000 to 1 contrast needed. They don't read. Basic setup. All right, let's go with our white levels. Let's see if the gray screen can turn our screen unwatchable. Now, mind you, we do this on a white surface. So if a white surface can't turn my screen dark, and if a high grade certified that picks up a higher white level than the gray screen can turn our screen dark, there's no chance for that one either. 4K Snow screensaver. There you go. Now, the difference between some people who claim that they know our products, let me explain something to you. I was developing gray screen paints before you were thought of. Matter of fact, myself was more popular, sold for 10 times more than yours did at the end of the day. No way in the world I sold a product for 60 bucks. We did it when we first started off. Nope. After that, we were selling ours for like 90 to 100 bucks. And it was selling like crazy. So I know more about gray screen paints than you do because I've been here longer. I have more knowledge at the end of the day. My skill level is a little much higher than yours. So I know about gray screen paints. I also know about gunmetal technology because we developed that too. And keep in mind, when we talk about gunmetal, we don't talk about gunmetal as in saying we have gunmetal. We literally have tested against certified gunmetal screens to prove that our products could basically take on a certified gunmetal screen. That's, mind you, that's technology that's worthy of the name. Charcoal gray, been there, done that already. It's another one we've done already. Let's see, charcoal gray. We're not doing any more, no politics. We're not doing that. Oh, heck, this is not for me for politics. We've done just about every color you can possibly think of. Heck, I've done colors, which we have not seen these people do at all, period. And when it comes to black technology, we also too have, we know quite advanced in that because we can go back 8 years where we're developing technology way before anybody else was even thinking about it. So it shows that I'm actually skilled in all fields, where some people basically claim they know black technology and can't even make it. Because if they could, they would have had it by now. So when I tell you that a gray screen has limitations and it doesn't do exactly what it claims to do, we can show you that right from the door. When I tell you it matches house paint, it'll match house paint in a hot second. If I tell you it doesn't pull contrast, it does not pull contrast. Can't be used in fully lit environments, and you definitely won't be taking that stuff outside because it does not do well outside at all, period. So as you can see, our white levels look absolutely amazing. Now we know we get some people that won't accept it and they have to basically resort to just trying to spread rumors by saying, hey, they're using special cameras and high-powered projectors. Yeah, I have more demonstrations on low-lumen projectors and tests on my products than you do. We're talking about the other individual makes those comments. And to use special equipment on our cameras to make the screens brighter, well, that would be virtually impossible when we go on site. That's not going to happen. Don't even know how that would even work. So that sounds more like a person who basically can't back their products up and at the end of the day has to make up excuses why other people's products don't work. Well, let's get another white level in there. Oh, let's go with that LG snowboarding. Let's see if this screen can turn my screen dark. Let's see if this works. Now, if you notice when you see the ski boot, our screen reads the white level and the 100% contrast level at the same time, where the gray screen can't read it. It reads the white level, it can't read the contrast level. Colors wash it out on the gray screen, but it can read the white level, that's it. So basically you just got an upgraded version of a white screen. We pick up a much higher blue. Our colors pop higher. And again, we read the Infinity 1 contrast, which is included in everything. Now, instead of going through the big screens and having all that set up and all the technical equipment, let's break it down and keep it simple and sweet. Our projector doesn't have any special capabilities to be able to produce higher contrast levels and millions of pixels of high resolution. It doesn't have the capability of producing millions of colors. It's a basic Pico projector. So we don't have any of the enhancements here at all, period. In a fully lit environment, which it should be in, because if we're doing a desk display for my projector desk setup, I can't be having big bulky machines sitting on top of my desk. Nobody wants that. The best thing to use for that is Picos. So it should pick up at 50 to 300 lumens with no problem. And you'll notice we'll come up to, when this video ends, it'll come up to a transition screen, which means you'll go from white to dark, and then you'll see some red pop up. You should be able to see all that exactly if you were to see it on your cell phone. There's the transition. As you can see, the gray screen is not reading anything at all. It doesn't even pull up the red. There you go. See? Alright, we did some white levels there. Let's do, let's see. Oh, let's do some OLED demonstrations. QLED, OLED demonstration. We got some new stuff in here too. Check all this out. See what this one is about.
Cascade Platinum Plus, I have upped my dishwasher tolerance. In that dishwasher much, Platinum Plus gives you the highest standard of cleaning, even in your machine. Clean enough for you? It's great. Load, done. Cascade Platinum Plus.
Alright, let's see past this commercials, get back to this one. Share with the people. Now, as you can see, our screen paint is fantastic for Pico projectors, which means you have a Pico projector set up. You don't have to worry about being stuck in a dark environment, because our screens have the FLE Fusion Light Energy, our new ambient light rejection gain, that allows even a 50 lumen projector to operate in a fully lit environment. And as you see, compared next to high-grade screens and expensive screens, white screens, and even gray screens, our technology is far more superior. We don't have to spend the money for an expensive projector. The projector cost me $75. See, the color is washed out on the gray. They don't read blue correctly either. Now, keep in mind, there's the one individual, or most individual, mostly the main one, who made the claim that our products are nothing more than black paint. We are still waiting for our black paint. For those who don't know, we sent this individual a certified letter to his front door, which he did sign for, requesting for him to send us black paint. If his theory was true, we haven't received anything yet. We're still waiting. I think if you make an accusation, you know, just stick by it, because this can cost you some money and it can cost you some time. And yes, it is involved in a lawsuit. So you can see big difference. Basic 50 lumen projector, 720p, no big bells and whistles, 1000:1 contrast, absolutely useless on gray screen. So I tell you, when I watched demonstrations, like when I saw the one with the birds, and oh, the color was just so washed out. It was so washed out. See, that's not like when I do the thumbnail with the bright, beautiful colors, you think you're going to get that, and you get, ugh, just dull scenery. AK demonstrations, contrast.
Getting that from YouTube.
In each demonstration, background must remain black at all times. This is what's so sad about the P2. Every demonstration I've seen under the P2, every single one, that screen is stuck in a dark environment. You're 3,000 lumens, you're less than a foot away from a screen. And you can't read. 2,000,000:1 contrast is absolutely useless. And crazy thing about it is, once you reach our technology with that projector, you can't even use it. What's the point? The screens are already black. You want to just turn the option off. So you paid for something you'll never use. See? Huge, massive difference. The contrast is extremely important. Can't express it enough. Let's go with TCL black and white.
Getting that from YouTube.
That's a good one right there. Oh, this is a fantastic demonstration right here. You see our screen's reading at 100% black level. And now you see that the gray screen is going to have a very difficult time picking this up. Our color levels are much better, skin tones are better, and our contrast is superior. Yeah, the images look more realistic, how they pop better. Doesn't look dull and washed out. Now, these demonstrations we're going to be doing on site because, again, it's short, it's simple, it's sweet. On top of that, the fact that it's painted on a cardboard box allows the customer to see that it can be painted on anything they want. This is the 16-ouncer that we're going to be showing off on site, including with the physicals. And the physicals, because those screens can be designed with a much higher heightener, good gracious, you have no idea what that stuff would do to a certified and what it would do to a gray screen. You think the paint's insane? Wait till you see the multi-application technology that we're going to be adding to a physical screen with a concentrated formula, which is going to be insane. And that's what I see. When I see right here, I'm going to go back for a minute. Show you what I see. Now, you see that ashy look to it? That grayish look? Remember I showed you see that in screens all the time? Gray screens pick this up, white screens pick it up. More likely gray screens pick it up more than anything else. It's because the screen's trying to register contrast level. So that kind of off-gray, that ashy look, when I say the screen's looking ashy, that's what that is. Screen's having a difficult time picking up a black level. And some people think this side right here, because our technology is not there, but if you're putting it on an all gray screen, they literally think they're picking up an amazing image. No. If you have to turn out the lights to improve your image, your screen's already failed. You should be able to do that at 50 lumens in a fully lit environment. Now we have the 16 ouncer. It's available for your motorized projection screens, fixed ring screens. We have the pretty soon. We're working on the badges for the physical screens, which are going to have at 100 inch, 120, and 150 inches. That's for the theater class. And for the gaming class, it's going to be 100 inch to 150. Gamer screens are also going to have the floor projection screen mats, which is going to be coming out with soon, and also tabletop technology. The home theater will definitely have a tabletop technology attached to it also too. And if you want to know about that, that is actually a material that will stretch like a glove right around your table, which means you do not have to paint the table or anything whatsoever. Hit it with a projector, it'll read at 50 lumens in a fully lit environment, as we're using it right now at 50 lumens. And pretty soon we're going to have the table covered with the same material, so you can get a chance to see how that's going to look. Alright, so let's come over here. Let's grab, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to grab Coca-Cola OLED demonstration.
In this video, I'll show you how to fix.
This is a really dark demo. Oh, we got some good dark ones up here, yes.
There's a way to cut your dishwashing time by 50%. Try Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. It removes 99% of grease and grime in half the time. It cleans so well, you can replace multiple cleaning products. Try Dawn Power Wash.
Now we got people contacting us from overseas about the physicals. Yes, we can ship those to you. The physicals are going to be available worldwide. I had some people contact, like, is there going to be enough? Yeah, there's going to be more than enough. They're not going to be rares. There's going to be plenty of them. Plenty of them. So we can ship those to you by 10, 20 screens, 30 screens. I got one guy already picking up 10 of them already from the door. He wants the gamers. He wants the floor. He wants the tables. He wants everything. And this is more than just a screen at the end of the day. These screens can take on certified. This technology takes on certified. So keep in mind that you're going to have a screen that not only can take on a 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 high-grade screen, but it's ultra short throw compatible, which means you don't have to spend the money for a special screen for ultra short throw. It is acoustic. You can put your speakers behind it, sound can travel through it. It's front and rear capabilities, which means you can put movies behind the back of it. We'll do a couple demonstrations with the yard, everything trimmed down, and show you how amazing the surface is. It is wrinkle free, completely portable. You can take it anywhere you want. And yesterday, when I was out with family, I found a fabric shop. I told you, Allentown, you find the craziest stuff. There's a full-size factory. I'm not talking about a storefront. I'm talking about a factory. And yes, they serve to the customers. So guess what Mr. Bird will be going at on the next field trip. I'll be popping over there to do some research to see if I can get some special surfaces that I need to start designing some new screens. For our new physical screens. I got a screen coming out called Cinema Flow. And man, I'm going to have a ball in there. I got some pretty cool ideas that I'm going to be working on next. Alright, as you can see how beautiful that looks at the end of the day. Let's get some more of those demonstrations, because these demonstrations are fantastic. They show that contrast in color at the same time. What do we got going on with here with that? Let me see. Pretty soon we'll be launching our gaming technology. Now once we get that in here, ready, we'll start the process of getting our customization PS5. I was talking to my sister's boyfriend, he has a PS5. He was like, "Oh, can you do my system?" Yeah, we're gonna do something pretty cool with the PS5 for the whole gaming setup. We are going to be taking the PS5 out of its casing and installing it into a PC case. We can do some modifications for the power supply, upgrades for the hard drive, stuff like that. And we're definitely going to put it on liquid cooling. So as you can see, we're generating the 100% contrast, which is a must, as you can see in this demonstration. And even if the projector has 1,000:1, it really doesn't mean anything at all, period. Any projector, as long as it's name brand, please keep in mind on that, that hits our technology will give you the Infinity-1 contrast, which means instead of you going out and spending all this money to achieve a higher contrast level, which you will never get, our technology will add that to it. And if you have a projector that has 1,000:1, 500:1, or no contrast whatsoever, you will be able to pick up a contrast level better than a projector at 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, or 5 million to 1 contrast on a gray or white screen. Even gunmetal certified. Now we know we're going to ruffle some feathers on this one. But I don't know how your feathers can be ruffled if you know your product does not work this way. And I'm talking about anyone who develops a great screen paint gets a feathers ruffled, over this. I don't know how you can get upset. What do you get upset for? Because you do not see an Infinity-1. You don't register colors. You're not ambient light rejection. And heck, heck of it that don't work outside. So how can you be upset? You don't work on gray screens, don't pick up on jack. And I mean, we've got everything down here from 50s to 6,500 lumen projectors. They won't read. My NEC is 3,600 lumens. It can't pick up on that thing. It's too bright. It won't register on it. And a projector at 50 lumens, it won't register either. So what good is the screen? It's the same scenario of being in the dark with high-powered projectors to try to trick you that your image is coming up perfectly when it's not. It's the same thing of trying to say that, hey, I bought a 4K projector. It's not really 4K. It's compressing to trick me, to make me believe that I'm actually seeing 4K. Yeah, nothing but tricks. Either you have the real thing or you don't. So when it comes to your projector investment, are you planning to get what you paid for, or are you planning to cheat yourself in the process? And look at that. Look at the difference between that. 100% black level, the reds, everything pick up gorgeous. And that dish, which is black, picks up 100%. You're seeing multiple shades of black trigger off. The white screen and gray screens can't read multiple shades. That's why when you do the OLED demonstration, it's a waste of time. The OLED demonstration, the purpose of it shows multiple shades of black on the horse. And saddlebags and clothing she's wearing.
For a limited time, save $10 on Powerbomb. Zyrtec allergy.
Now, most likely when you see gray and white screens, they'll stick you in a dark environment, so that way they can mask the contrast levels to give the illusion that they're picking up darker levels, when definitely they're not. They're not picking up any darker levels. why you don't see these demonstrations in fully lit environments, and they will concentrate on the colors and not the background of the screen, which is actually constantly failing even in the dark. Try to give off the disillusion that you're basically picking up a perfect color balance, when technically you're just not. You'll figure that out when you get the screen paint and you get home. You turn it on in your environment that's not theirs, and you'll find out exactly what happened. Because that's what happens. Sorry about that. Come up in the stand. That's usually what happens. People use ambient light controlled environments. The big problem they're going to have is when the customer gets it home and takes and puts it in their environment that's not theirs. That's why I said if you basically have these environments for smoke and mirrors, the customer's going to find out. Anyone's going to find out. That's why if you look at my customer demonstrations, they match your demonstrations. And we're out in the light, we're outside, guess what? They can do the same thing. And if you tell me otherwise that it can't, well, not only is our product tested before it's shipped out, but it's batch number tested, which means it's tested again before it's shipped out. And also, too, keep in mind that we can request a ship back, which means we can have you send the item back and we can test it again on a YouTube live stream. Oh, by the way, the screen paint you're seeing here, this is customer paint, which means all my customers who have ordered this black technology, this is their product right here. It came out of the container. I always make a little bit more to put down on a surface so we can actually use it in our demonstrations. We back our products up 100%, and our products are guaranteed to work. The others, they can't give you that promise. See right here, that's my old Pico projector right there. Now you can see how bright my desk is, how much light's making contact with my desk, how bright it is. It's because we're right over top the garage commercial lights. So that projector being 50 lumens is not 50 lumens when it actually fires off. It's a lot less than that. J and K 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube. Shop our biggest selection of Memorial Day hot buys, cool deals. Shop more deals in-store and online at Ashley.
Fancy horse.
That's my alarm's going off. Let me know that, hey, you got here before us. You behave yourself. Get away from the stand. Thank you. I'm watching you. Come on, check your. Get away from the stand. There's you bump in the sand. That joke will get in trouble. Let's see how technology can read. Infinity 1 contrast, beautiful, bright levels. Gray screen does not read any contrast at all. Image comes out dull. Sony 1 hour demonstration. Watch a transition. Make sure we got the one we want. There's 2 versions of that one. Okay, perfect. So we're going to go to the transition, which means you should be able to change from bright to light, all that good stuff. Let me show you something real quick right here. That's why we show you the solid colors first, so that we can get an idea. One of the things that they do to trick you is they show a lot of colors all bouncing at the same time, and you really can't tell what's fading, what's not fading. If you're doing screens on standalones, this is bad because then you can't tell the comparison of which one's better and which one's worse and which one's worse and which one's better. So that's another thing. Sticking screens in dark environments and having no comparison, no fully, again, bad, bad, bad all the way around.
Ants ignoring your traps? Combat has 2 different baits to kill all common household ants.
Every Triscuit is as simply delicious.
Vinegar, water, lemon, and salt. That's what does it. Notice you don't hear any crickets. They're all dead. Yeah. Had to do it, I had no choice. But anyway. Vinegar, water, lemon, and salt. That's it. No toxic chemicals, safe for the environment, and again, natural. That's what you use. Let's get right up here to transition. So I have much to do today. I have a very busy schedule today. I'm going to be next week, actually this coming week, I'm going to go check out that fabric store because I just found a huge fabric store. I'm like, oh shoot, got to pop up in there. I wonder what they got. We're going to find something new we can spray down with our technology. Let's show you some of those red levels real quick too. Again, like I said, no expensive projectors. A basic Pico projector. I've seen people do the Pico projectors. They'll be in a dark environment and they'll go, hey, look, it picks up. No, no, no. Any great screen painter, house painter will do the exact same thing. Here we go. Here comes the transition. So it's going to show bright levels. You can see our blues are picking up better. Our whites are maintaining on an incredible level. And as you can see, when we transfer over to black, we'll read it, they won't. Because of transition. Which means your screen should be able to do this in a fully lit environment without you turning out the lights. And here's the transition. See? There you go. You can't do that in a fully lit environment and your contrast levels fade badly to the point you have to turn your lights out. Yeah, your screen's not working. So that means 1,000:1 contrast does not read on a gray screen. If 1,000:1 can't read, that means you have to spend more money to try to fix the problem. And darken the environment and calibrate and all that other crazy stuff that comes along with it. Now, we got the 16 ounces on our website at $127. The new screens we have coming out, I think the 150s are around $397, $97, so we're under the 400 mark on those products right there. But they won't be available until June the 1st. See how things go. It may be sooner, and it definitely would probably be June the 1st. It definitely would be June the 1st when they'll be available. Now the 16 ounces of paint up to 106-inch screen. Oh, we have it at 100 inches. We did it on a wallpaper surface before we actually came to that conclusion.
Long after guests leave, viruses and bacteria linger. Air fresheners add a scent, but only Lysol Air Scent.
So you pick up a much beautiful lush green. And you say that a gray screen has the capability to turn our technology unwatchable? Are you kidding me? Since there's a heightener level 5 sitting inside of it. Again, same technology that we use, silver technology, used to turn a white surface dark. Not possible. You're not turning this screen dark in no way whatsoever. I could drop it at 50 lumens and still back up at the end of the day that no certified, no white screen or gray screen would ever turn my screen unwatchable. Virtually impossible. The only thing that someone can make that statement, unless you're using something that's not mine. Now, if you have everyday black paint that doesn't have a heightener embedded into it, it's going to come up dark and unwatchable, like we do in our dozens and dozens of demonstrations called black versus black. Anything that's not coated with our technology and it's black doesn't read correctly. It comes up too dark. Look at the blue levels on our side versus the blue levels on the gray paint. Wash it out. When I get done today, I'll be at a couple form sites with this same setup. Basic, simple. Transfer over to contrast again. Gray screen can't read the contrast. That's why they have it down on their mark at 2022. What are you doing at 2022 on a gray screen? You should be to pick up again. The reason why, because it can't read correctly, that's why. We're going to advise you to be in an ambient light controlled environment. You try to darken your environment to fix your contrast levels. And I'll show you today. We leave out of the shop, we'll darken the environment. I was supposed to do that yesterday, because I can't do it yesterday. I have things to do. I have some things on top of that Sunday. But anyway, as I said before, we'll put it in the dark environment, not a problem. But if you think this technology looks incredible with the lights on, wait till you see with the lights off. Got an even bigger problem. And we show you the gray screen, white screen, and certified screen do not read even in the dark. Sony contrast demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Batman, Dark Knight.
Getting that from YouTube.
And not as serious as yours.
Movies do not work on gray screens.
Hey, let's not stand on ceremony here. Mr. Wayne.
So if you bought your projector for movies and you're on a gray screen, it doesn't work. Not even with the lights out or lights on, won't function. You should be able to watch a movie like Batman. If you're going to say that your ultra short throw projection setup actually works like a TV, then it should operate like a TV. TVs don't have this issue. So if you have, those of you, I'm speaking to those of you who have ultra short throw projectors. You have an ultra short throw projector. You want to claim it to be a TV. Have you ever seen a TV in an ambient-like controlled environment? No, they don't require it. So why is your projector sitting in one? I don't care how much money you pay for your projector. You can get the Epson LS800, whatever at the end of the day. You should be able to operate in a fully lit environment. You can't, you know why? because your screen doesn't function correctly. That's why we could do this on a Pico projector in a fully lit environment and show you the difference. Because our screen paint can register. And soon, physical screens. Just like in the demonstration, we did Batman outside, brought it inside. Batman versus Superman, which, by the way, I'm going to make that a challenge. For any gray or white screen or whatever you have in the day, that's going to be a challenge. We can watch it inside and outside. Fully lit environment and then outside. You can't do that transition, you're in trouble. Screen don't work right. So let's do some movies here, real quick, some short ones.
The most important step to any get ready with me is oral hygiene.
Because, like a TV, I have options. If I want to watch Batman, I can do it with the lights on, the lights off. Doesn't really make a difference. It's TV. I can do the same thing with my projector screens too. I have options.
Well, here I am. Bruce, please. I was wrong. You have to listen to me. Lex wants to...
But you definitely will not be doing that in a fully lit environment. Let's go over to let's see. TCL 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Another demonstration also done in a very dark environment on a gray screen. Oh, I forgot the ship back. I've been so busy, I literally forgot to send out the ship back. I'll take care of that. And by the way, I'm not cursing. It's SHIPBACK, ship back. Or we said we can ship the item back. We got to send one out to an individual. We find any demonstrations of my product being faulty being displayed on your site, we're going to request a ship back. We're going to send you a certified letter, like a court document, requesting you to send products back to us if you're claiming to have something that you say you got from my company. And if you don't show, and if you basically can't ship it back, then we take you to court. We sue you for $80,000. Which is going to be a policy which is going to be embedded in the website. We request, if one of the policies were based if someone's claiming to have our product, you don't have this product and you're doing a false demonstration, yeah, we're going to request a ship back on the product. We don't get it back, mind you, that's fraud against my company. So that's 30 years of prison sentence right there. So don't do dumb stuff. Well, we know people are already going to do it anyway, so. Once I'm done leveling out because getting everything ready, then I can go back to City Hall and finish the rest of my paperwork. I want to get all this done before basically summer peaks. So for the individual who thinks at the end of the day we forgot, we haven't. We've just been busy. But don't worry, you'll have someone knocking at your door real soon. I've got a process server already in mind over in California to take care of it for me. Because we're not going to have this nonsense this summer. We're just not going to have it. On the door. I'm going to take care of it. So you will have some people coming to your front door pretty soon to serve you for court. You choose not to show up, that's you. It's not my problem. And I will be sending you out a certified letter to ship back my products that you claim that you have gotten from customers. Yep. Anything to be forgot about. We didn't forget about you. No, I've just been busy. But I already went to City Hall, went down, filed everything, all the documents were all done on that. I just have to go in and finish the rest of the paperwork, and I'm finished. That's it. A few weeks go by, and basically it'll get it before a judge and get us to a process server, and we'll contact the same person we had the first time, come up for the copyrights, and they will be making a visit to your front door. Now, if they can't get in, they will contact your landlord, just so you know. Let them know they need to get access to that building. This is what happens when you do fake demonstrations and when you basically commit crimes like doxing people's addresses. He's being sued for that again because of this website. We got all that documented. And basically using my face without my permission. Defamation lawsuits. So he thinks that we forgot about it. No, we've just been busy, but paperwork was already done. As I showed you through the walkthrough through Allentown, everything is literally connected together. It was doop, 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 doop. That's it, we're done. And they can transfer documents anywhere they want. So if you're in this building, they can transfer them here and here and here. Just have to have your docket. I'm going to say, hey, this is the number, and I can transfer. The FBI can transfer all your information from their place right over there. They can walk it over there if they want to. So, yep. Getting ready for that. I want to get all that tidied up and done. So I can squeeze that into going to court, and then like going into court and going back out into my demonstrations. But getting back to this, as you can see, like I said, gray screen does not work. It's a waste of your time. And I'm not saying this because he feels that at the end of the day, and I said it before the beginning of the video, you got people that get their feathers ruffled, they get too emotional, and they take it to heart. Again, how can you get upset over something that you know is true? It does not work. You have to accept it. If you feel at the end of the day that my accusations are false, whatever, take them to court. I'll prove it in the courtroom. Gray screen doesn't read infinity contrast, doesn't have ambient light rejection technology, and it's poor picking up color. I can do it on this setup right here with no problem. They don't pick up. You can get mad and curse me out at the end of the day because you're angry because I did this demonstration. He literally contacted me and cursed me out because he's upset because I do these demonstrations. Because it's true. Look at it. It doesn't work at all, period. I got dozens of projectors. I have more projectors than you have. They don't work. Gray screen doesn't read. And my projector is low quality. Low quality. And it can't read it. Now, I should be able to pick this up. This is how that's displayed, right? See, it's the same way on your phone. It comes up the same way. It shouldn't be looking like this. And anyone out there calling your stuff gunmetal at the end of the day, stop doing that. Unless you actually can show that you can physically take out between 10 to 17 certified gunmetal screens. You could back that up 100%. That's when you can call yourself gunmetal. If you haven't taken on these screens, you are not gunmetal. There's a difference between gunmetal and a charcoal gray paint. A huge, massive difference. Let's get this one, because I'm going to have to leave out the door in a few minutes. I got to go take these packages down for my customers.
Memorial Day hot buys, cool deals. Shop more deals in store and online at Ashley.
Now, anybody else waiting? We got supplies coming in. So, your orders will be going out pretty soon. Another demonstration done in the dark on a gray screen to fool you. But as anyway, to my customers, those that have orders still waiting, you're going to be done today. The rest of the of our supplies will come in, and you'll be finished up and ready to go. So we get you started. I don't know what packing tape. How much packing tape do I actually have? Oh, gotta buy more. Well, it is what it is. to make a claim that I'm using special camera equipment to make my screen produce a 100% black level and your screen does not, well, actually any gray screen doesn't pick up. Again, we did the same demonstration on site. How is that possible? Because mind you, those who made this statement about us using special equipment, I'm suing you in court for that. You made a statement about my company, it's not true. So, we're going to have to explain to a judge, how is it possible that we were on site and we did these demonstrations? As a matter of fact, I'll be on site all this summer while we go to court. So you have to figure that one out. It's going to cost you some money. Can't make false accusations about companies. This will get you in trouble. So as you can see, designing the cardboard desk, a gray paint would be absolutely out of the question. It doesn't work. Let me get the interesting here before I go. I know I'm about to go, but I'm real quick. Classic cars, Samsung, 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Here we go. And this demonstration also done in the dark on a gray screen. See, you can't pick up the red correctly. It comes up dull on the gray screen. See that? How dull comes up? Yeah, when I'm watching demonstrations and people out here with these gray screens and I'm looking like, yo, your colors are coming up dull. They're washed out. And they'll sit there and go, no, the color's good. No, your color is literally washed out. It's a car. So thing's probably got a powder-coated paint job on it. Cut it out. It has a very shiny coat to it, as you can see, and as on ours, you can see where it's nice and shiny, but on the gray screen, it's dull and washed out. Yeah, you need to have an Infinity One to read that properly. Look at the chrome. See how the chrome shines on ours and how it washes out on this? Now, that's going to cost you money because now you got to go out and buy yourself a very expensive projector to fix that problem to get it to this level right here, where we can do this on this Pico projector at 50 lumens. Huge difference. So that means my customers don't have to go out and spend a lot of money for a projector to get the image to look fantastic. Gray and white screens have to do that. I'm not going to include gunmetal because gunmetal technology looks extremely good. It's costly, but it's extremely good. It's better than the white and gray, by far. Besides, if you spent the money for the gunmetal, you already spent a lot of money already. The projector's just going to tilt it over the edge. Look at the massive difference in here. See the detail that pulls up perfectly here? Look at the detail. It's washed out. This is what I'm used to seeing when I see a gray screen trying to produce a contrast, so it comes up looking just like that. It's supposed to be that way. See our white levels? If our white levels weren't able to pull, well, you wouldn't be able to see that tire. None of that. No detail, nothing. Look at the shine on our spokes compared to the gray screen. Even the black car, the tires, everything. Yeah, black technology is what's needed. Desire, 8K, nature, videos.
Getting that from YouTube.
And this one also too is another one that was done in a dark environment, which should have never been done to begin with. Never, ever do contrast levels in dark environments, because again, customer is going to turn the lights on. And mind you, I showed you in a dark environment where we got a gray screen to wash out with a cell phone flashlight. That's all it took. Can't read. I don't care if you darken the environment. I don't care if you stick with a 2 million to 1 contrast. If you have to go through all that to begin with, just to get the machine to read at that much money, that ain't even worth the time. So that means that if he had to be in a dark environment to improve the contrast levels and spend $3,100 for a projector, guess where you're going to be at? In a dark environment, spending $3,100 for a projector, and truthfully, you can't turn your lights on because your colors and screens, color and contrast is going to wash out. So yeah, money well spent. $3,100 on a machine that you properly can't use correctly. Or if you got the LS800 or Samsung or LG or any one of those projectors, you can't pick up. You can't read. It's not just a P2. You can't read on any projector. This is what I was trying to explain to you from the door from day one. This is what we're advertising when we get out there. Without our technology, your stuff won't function. And if you think I'm joking, hey, go ahead, try it for yourself. See what happens. We've done all the tests. Unless you want to go near certified, and again, we still can overpower the screen. You're talking about a costly screen at the end of the day that can't pick up an Infinity One contrast at $5,000 and higher. So there you go. And any gray screen, not just his, any gray screen can't register. White screen, you already know the deal behind that one. That's why the physical screens, they're going to sell, well, not, hopefully they don't sell it. We need to have a lot in there for other people, but still, they're going to do quite fine. We have people already acquiring about those screens before we even got a chance to even launch these screens yet. The gamer screens, everything. I still can't understand how in the world are people calling themselves gaming. I don't care if you got a PS5 or a high-grade PC. If you're on a gray screen, how are you even playing? How are you even gaming? You know, games require tons of contrast levels. It's a must. It's a requirement in gaming. That's why gamers game on OLEDs. Because they want the darkest contrast that they can get. They want the Infinity One level. So how in the world are you gaming on a gray screen? That's pointless on a PS5, a Xbox system, any retro console system, or even a high-tech gaming PC or a mid-level PC. You can't game on a gray screen. It's like trying to take the old tubes from back in the day, tube TVs that were gray, and compare them to OLED technology we have now. It's a huge, massive difference. So that's another thing too, that when I see people saying, oh, I got the PS5 gaming on a gray screen, you can't read contrast. I don't know how that even works. I really don't. Big difference. Huge, massive difference. People will sit there and argue with me about why the gray screen's so superior, but if someone gave you a cell phone with a gray screen, you would lose your mind at the end of the day. What's your argument going to be when you go take the phone back? Yeah, I need a black screen. Oh, aren't you happy with the gray screen? It doesn't produce infinity contrast levels. I'm not going to get that color pop. There you go. Answered your own question. Why the black screen is important. You don't want a gray cell phone screen. You don't want a gray TV screen. You don't want a gray monitor screen. Why not? It's outdated, right? So you want something new. You want that black technology. You don't want gray screens sitting up in your VR glasses, do you? No, you want that OLED technology in there. Okay, there you go. Answered your own question. Right there. Yeah, I'm talking about people who have gray screens that have this conversation with me. I've always gone to the forum sites and literally have this conversation with them. Like, no, the gray screen pulls up higher white levels, more superior, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, your cell phone, your TVs, monitors, all that stuff you have in your house, how about we switch all that to gray? You don't want it in gray, do you? Why not? It's more superior, isn't it? All right, then. Well, why you want the black technology? Oh, because of deeper contrast, richer colors. That's what you want. Okay, there you go. Answered your own question. Moving on. Because when I'm playing a game at nighttime, I want the actual, and I want to see true infinity black level. There you go. Answered your own question. When I get into those heated debates, when I have to go to the section where the gray screens are at, I don't even bother getting all that arguing back and forth. It's what it is, what it is. Your cell phones, monitors, VR glasses, whatever you got in your house, how would you like to have that all transferred to gray screens? Then they start getting into why, an argument, between why it has to be black. Well, why do you need it black? Well, I need to have your contrast levels. I'm looking at black. I want to see black at the end of the day. They're literally answering their own question. That's how I get their minds to change that fast, that quick. Just go into their head, that's all. Your cell phone, you buy a brand new cell phone, spent all that money for it, and you open up the box and the screen's gray, you're going to flip out. So, if you're not comfortable with your cell phone screen being gray and it has to be black, why does it have to be black? Oh, because you want that infinity black contrast level. You want that beautiful color pop. That's what you want. When you see those OLED TVs being displayed at Best Buy, you want that technology. Then why are you subjecting your projector you paid all that money to a gray screen? Because contrast did work. You could do it in a fully lit environment with no problem. Ambient rejection and darker screens, lighter screens don't read ambient light rejection correctly. It has to be a darker screen. They have to be able to absorb light. people, I'm gonna let you go. I have much to do. I should be back on later on. Get the rest of my second workout in before we get out the door and get these packages taken care of for my customers. Those you're waiting for your orders. Order stuff that's coming in today. Finish off you guys. Have you out on Tuesday. I gotta get these guys taken care of right now. So, if you're interested in the product and you're tired of getting ripped off on a gray screen or white screen, you want to get what you paid for when you came to your projector, then you contact us. Other than that, I'm gonna let this one play on a standalone. But it doesn't make a difference what we choose. Get the most from what you pay for your projector. So you're getting ripped off in the dark, tricking yourself, making you believe that you're really picking up contrast and color. Boy, it's nice though. So I want some brighter colors. We do contrast, it's too easy. AK demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
How do I get the assault rifle? Really, always get the assault rifle for some reason. There's some nice bright colors. We do contrast to death. Screen's designed for it. That's the thing about it. When you see gray screens, they do a lot of bright colors because that's what they can try to get away with. They don't show you contrast demonstrations in fully lit environments because screens don't work out too well. Doesn't work out well in the dark either. But anyway, we like to show off a lot of the bright levels because of the technology as a heightener. We like to brag about the heightener technology because that's what it's designed to do. Allow the screen to read higher white levels. Makes a better color. All that other good stuff. Which one? Which format? Where's the roller? Here it is. There's the roller controller. What are you doing? What are you doing? Look at you. Getting ready to pounce. Getting ready to pounce. Rawr. Getting ready to pounce. I'm on the floor working on my ab wheel. And he's getting ready to pounce. Ready to pounce. Rawr. Rawr. Getting ready to pounce. You. Getting ready to pounce. We got a sunny day, no rain. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great with the first night. Oh, yes, how that means. You smell like cookies. Rita. You smell like cookies. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So we got 2 customers who ordered gallons. Same paint we have here that we're using in our demonstration that we're shipping out to them today. Let them know that you're on your way out. And the special blue, which is that hologram paint, customer. So that you're good to go. You're going out today, and the other 2 gallons will be going out tomorrow. Send you an email confirmation, let you know that you're gonna be ready to go for tomorrow. So we do use our customers' paint. I make enough for them, and I make some for myself, so that way I can paint it up for screens and stuff like that, for desks and stuff like that. So yeah, same thing. We always keep one behind for ourselves. Or give one to a neighbor or something like that. They'll have the screen. So, you know, someone comes up with a false complaint like, oh no, your same screen that was using your coating is right across the street. They're using it right over there right now. We got one here we're using. Yeah, we use the same thing. Yep. All right, we had our badges ready for our labels. I can't wait to see the packaging. Packaging is going to be beautiful. I got to make my thank you letters. Send our thank you letters and our packaging for people who place the order for the screens. Can't wait for those. I'm getting 3 of them for myself. All right, people. Hope you enjoyed. Of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Blessings with amazing technology. If it wasn't for Him, we wouldn't have this technology to begin with. Thank you for watching. Next time you see me bring up, I'll be downtown somewhere. Packages dropped off. Pick up some Cheez-Its. I think I'm gonna do something else past Cheez-Its. I'm gonna get bored of cheese. I too many of them. I don't know. I'll get something else. Oh no. They got that drinkable yogurt. I'm switching over to that now. Switch to drinkable yogurt. It's much more healthier too. I'm eating too much salt as it is. All right, gotta go, and God bless.